Mm.
I'm just gonna make all the sounds.
Hi. All
Hi,
the
sister.
sounds. Well, hello, gorgeous sister. And hello, beautiful still community. We are
Hello, everyone.
especially happy to be here with you today.
We are coming in, and if you can feel both of us, at least this is how I'm feeling, Stacey is in a real solid, grounded place. Whereas if you've been listening to Still, thank you so much for however long you found us. But if you happen to listen to the very first episode that we did, that aired August 8th of 2023, we were probably like, you would have experienced us like so excited. If you're ever watching on YouTube, I'm jumping out of my seat. And today we're celebrating 1 year. I didn't
What?
count I didn't count all the episodes. I
1
think
year.
52, probably 52, 53 episodes.
Yeah, the last count I saw was 51, and I knew there were more. Yeah, I think that deserves the applause button.
My gosh, I wonder, can I get it up in time?
I
I
don't
mean, I'm
know. We
just
didn't plan that, but just when you said it, yeah.
so I mean, clap. I don't know if y'all can hear it coming through. Anyway, we love those little things. I don't
That
know
is
if
the
it comes
best
through on
applause ever.
the recording or not. So there's a couple things with this being our 1 year and celebrating all of you as I think this lands, but 8/8, the portal that we all get to open up, that we all get to play in, that is August. And we're in the middle of it. We're in the middle of summer. We're in the middle of whatever
Mm.
is going on in your life. And
Lionsgate portal.
yeah, the thing that we were chatting on before I hit record, and I think there's two things that we want to bring to you all today is around consistency and foundation. And so,
You just gonna
I don't
tell
know
all
about,
the business. I like
I
it.
don't,
Okay. Let's do it.
listen, we are not bringing fluff. I
No,
refuse to bring the people the fluff. So,
ain't no fluff in here.
I'm going to be very vulnerable. And maybe y'all out there, raise your hand. Be careful if you're driving. There is a part of me that enjoys fast proof. If I'm going to do something, if I'm going to bring something into the world, if I'm going to teach something, this is in my corporate world. This is in my personal life. Like I see this in every aspect. This is in my entrepreneurial business. I see it everywhere. I'm gonna give my energy and I want to see the result. And some things in life need to be gardened.
Yes.
So the
Tended
gardening
to,
tended to.
for
And so
sure.
I'm just offering this word of praise to anyone out there that have, if you've consistently been showing up. And here's the thing is it might be something that you wouldn't even think of because Stacey and I so enjoy doing this podcast and bringing this to you and bringing these guests to you. We are so dang excited about how we've done the panels. We'll get into that more. And this
Mm-hmm.
like whole roundtable opportunity for us to sit down and speak candidly with folks that haven't met before and offering new thoughts and perspectives and really being the bridge, which is still the I and still is that lighthouse to be the bridge. And so us consistently coming in every Wednesday, 11:11. I'm proud of us.
I'm
I just
so
wanted to
very
say
proud of
that.
us. Thank you for saying that. I am so very proud of us. And here's my share. This is why we complement each other so well with still and in life. You do like the fast proof, like fast evidence. Boom, like hello, autumn, fire energy. Boom, here's all my energy, all my energy. Now show me the proof, right? I love that about you. I mean, who doesn't like instant gratification? Who doesn't like having that, right? Whereas I tend to carry the energy of like, let's build foundations. And I walk into most things with the understanding or the expectation, right or wrong or indifferent, but with the expectation is that we are going to pour our heart and souls in, and we're going to see tangible proof along the way. But what we're really going after may take time. And I'm the long haul girl. I'm like, yeah, let's do it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The gift in that is I tend to steady the ground and steady the energy for things that I'm involved in. And if I feel like we're going too fast and we may miss something like really juicy, important along the way, I'll say, whoa, can we slow down a little bit? Hey, can we look at this again? Right? That's going to be my energy. That's the gift, one of the gifts of that. That also comes with a shadow side. And for
We love our
me,
shadows.
consistently throughout my life, that very same strength or gift, the other side of that is I tend to stay too long up until now. I have tended to stay too long, stay the course too long, stay in a strategy or direction for too long, stay in relationships, friendships, jobs too long. And that's where I love how you balance me out and going, no, we got to cut that. I think we should fast forward past that and move here, move here. So I love how that works together because there's so many gifts in your hard wiring for instant proof. There's so many gifts in that. And I can balance you with like, hey, let's pace it. This is a long game. Like this is what we're playing here. And, I just talked through the rest of it. But yeah, this piece, I think, is like the yin and yang energy that we all get to tap into, right? So this is a strength you have. There's also a shadow to it. It's a strength I have. There's also a shadow to it. And sometimes, we want to demonize the shadow part. But the reality is, the way I see it, it's really just a strength we've over rotated on. That's all. So we just get to rotate the arc back a little bit, change it just a little bit. It's still your strength. You don't have to get rid of it. Maybe you've just over rotated in that area and you need someone like a Jill and Stacè pairing and our pairing. You need that Jill or you need that Stacè to go speed up, take some action right now, or oof, pump the brakes. Let's slow down. Let's see what's present for us. But it all works out. And for a year, I'm proud of our growth together in this podcast. For a year, we have learned and figured it out. And it's been trial and error and really trial by fire. Like we just jumped into this, y'all. I think we told you in the first couple of episodes that we weren't podcasters outside of this. Like, this is my life. I am a podcaster. I mean, Jill had a podcast, and yeah, I talk all the time. So it's like, yeah, let's do it.
We're holding y'all out there. We are holding for the day. We are in one of these ridiculously fancy studios because we got big visions and holding that this is proof to just start the dang thing anyways.
It is.
Start the thing anyways.
Just go. Like, take the first step. Just take the first step. Trust that every step will be ordered.
I really want to remind everyone because I'm laughing now because maybe we'll update it for season 2 as season 1 is coming to a close. But if you all are listening on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you listen to this podcast, if you listen to and don't fast forward through the little intro or maybe the little outro, which is the same every time. But let me tell you that was born and birthed on our cellular devices using the voice memo and like trying to automate it. Stacè, you had not used your voice in forever. And
decades.
I just remember like all that it took for you and the courage and the absolute devotion to what it is that we're creating to say, all right, okay, and amen for my fire on that one, to be able to hold you in a way of like, this is safe. You are so safe.
I was like, this
Because
is the only time in my life I am really going to consciously decide to let somebody boss me around. Like, fine, fine, boss me around.
Level?
But
You
that's
liked it.
good. It was so
You
good
did
though,
like it.
because I was like, you know what? I get to be in the space of letting my devotion be so much bigger than my fear. I knew I wasn't going to get rid of the fear, and nor did I want to, because there's discernment in fear. There are gifts that we get to tap into. That's a whole other Ishtar thing. But it was you going, hold the fire of your devotion, hold the fire of this light that we're bringing, hold that, just hold that. Just hold that. I'm like, I don't want to hold it. I don't know about my devotion because we haven't done it yet. That's where I wanted the instant proof. Like, I need to know that the world is not going to drag me. Like, and I'm going,
Totally.
oh, what a growth moment, because so what if they do? I'm still in devotion. I'm still in devotion. They could be dragging us right now, and we don't know about it. We don't know. We hope not. But to have that firelight meet my bright sun energy was like, you want me to bring the sun and just shine and be out there and be visible. And
Well, and I think we have to, because
no,
we've had so many conversations on this, is when you talk about foundation, the foundational work that we have done in our friendship and this sisterhood, because we can go ahead and take this a couple layers deeper, because y'all, we're just talking about Stacè using her voice, which you could like be blanket level, okay, whatever, like she hasn't sang in decades. But what's pinging me when you're talking about being drugged through the mud is like what I'm hearing you, right? Like they're going to rake me over the coals or whatever it might be. Like this is actually factual and ancestral generational patternings that you as a Black woman has gone through. And so I think I also want to call forward, when I'm holding you in that way, I think that we have somehow, and I don't want to say it's like, I think it's been very intentional. We've been very intentional about how we've built
100%.
our friendship. And then knowing you're wrapped in Black skin, I am wrapped in white skin. And so
Yeah.
when you say that there is that level of fear coming up, it is just factually, statistically, and as you're finishing up your dissertation, can now at some point you will have a whole study on a whole lot of things around. It is just different when you're saying, and this is my fear, to where it would be me being canceled versus you being canceled.
Yeah, thank you for raising that. It's so true. And I think what I want to lift here too is that this word is used so casually, but I do mean it. This is allyship in action. And the way that I've always defined that, even in my head of DEI days way back when, it's like, listen, all the nice flowery words on a website and a CEO statement, and here's a program, here's an initiative, like that's great. Okay, how do I experience you? I will know whether or not you're my ally. You don't get to step in and go, I'm your ally. I know what you've been through ancestrally. And listen, that's great. You know some facts. I know some facts. How are you showing up? How do I experience you? And so many times I experience you in complete allyship. And to be able to say, I don't know this. I don't know anything about this. I can't imagine the experience you must have had or Black women must have had. I can't even imagine it. I just want to be here to hold and support. Tell me what you need. How do I do that? And to your credit, being willing to be that vulnerable and to, as people would say, mess it up. Not that you have, but to be willing to go like, I just hope I don't mess it up. And those are the building blocks of, for me, like real allyship. I can trust because I can expect that you're going to show up this way every single time, no matter what. Like this is how you're going to show up with your bossy self. This is how you're going to show up. Pushing me stretching me and acknowledging that there are very real and constructed barriers to how I might show up in different ways. So thank you for that. And thank you for allowing the space for us to even have these discussions, because we could have been on our podcast and said, we're only going to talk about what's on topic. We're not really going to talk about our sisterhood, our friendship. And I feel like some of the biggest responses of engagement that we've gotten, mostly behind the scenes, are those moments when we've shared about our friendship, our sisterhood. I mean, people come out of the woodwork, texting, private messaging, emailing, and sharing that, wow, I felt that. Wow, I'm in a similar situation. So I love that we get to have this. And I love that you stand in allyship. And I love that I stand where I stand. And I'm in full support of you, full support as well.
Well,
So
I
yeah, there's
hope
that.
that in our collective intention of having these conversations and bringing this to everyone is the fact that we hold that whatever you're doing in the world, you're running a team, you're in corporate, you're in a government position, healthcare, education, you are leading women's circles, you are
Nonprofit,
leading
like whatever you're
retreats.
doing.
We could go, whatever you're doing, mothering, you are all the things,
Yes.
is that you can find this place when you are in community with someone that does not have the skin that looks like your skin. Because that was the thing I was listening to, and we were chatting about it the other day of, um, and and it's like, it's not biracial. But I think that's how they explained it, or not, but like interracial friendships. But,
Oh yeah.
and, and from you, I've learned like this whole word around race and some of my own studies that I've done. It's like an interesting place, but we will save that for maybe another. That would be a good season too, is the whole, yeah, the language. And the one woman was, and I can't even remember y'all what this was on, but I think that it'll tie together once I finish this small little story. The one woman who was white is in a friendship with a woman that was black, and she was basically saying, well, she's just my sister and she's my girlfriend. And true, facts, true. You've probably been friends for literally years, maybe as young children. True.
Mhm.
And she's like, I've never seen her as a black woman. Like, I've just never seen her. Like, I don't see color. And I'm just like,
That's one of the most dangerous
oh,
things you can say.
it stopped me in my tracks, and I kept listening, and I'm like, but that's sure. If you want to try and play that you're living on some plane that is in like, I see your soul. I just see spirit. I'm gonna need need y'all to come back down and plant your feet in the earth, because there are real lived differences. And yeah, you're my sister. But I think it's very important for us to just acknowledge.
We have to acknowledge a thing before we can do anything about it. If we're not even willing to see it and acknowledge it, then there's nothing that we can really do that's going to be of value or of substance. That whole uncolored mind, like, yeah, there's a whole thing with that.
Well, that's the
It's a
whole
whole
thing.
thing.
But I really, yeah,
Excuse me.
bless you.
Sneezing.
Mm.
Allergies. Here we go. Listen, you having this wedding
Yeah.
is a great example of all of this. Not that you
How?
planned
Go
your
ahead.
wedding around topics for still.
I'm
but,
leaning in.
like,
Go ahead.
you're having this wedding. And I'm
Oh,
so
fair.
honored
Okay.
to be
I know where you're
in your
going.
wedding. Like, so honored. Yeah, just honored to celebrate, especially witnessing the journey from the very beginning to now. It's like warm my heart. But there are things that if you don't see color and you don't see me as a Black woman, that you're not going to take care of. There's a hair thing. What? Yes, there's a hair thing, right? And so you have made these beautiful arrangements for nails, for spa time, for hair, for all the things. Right? Depending on how I show up with my hair, I could be saying, I'd love to have that spa time. But no, I'm not getting a facial. But why not? We're all doing facials because they're going to wrap that towel around my head, which will leave an imprint on my hair that I just got done for the wedding. They're going to put the steam on and then, yeah, they'll make my edges revert. And then I'll be spending time taking care of my edges, making sure they're laid for the wedding or whatever I'm going to do if I'm going to be in my curly natural state or whatever. There's something I'm going to have to take extra time to take care of. The hair salon person, I don't know what she calls herself, a beautician or a stylist, whatever. Yeah, you could have said, yeah, our appointment is at 1:00. She's going to take care of all of us. And I could be sitting there like, what's she going to do with my hair? Like, no, I'm not getting a shampoo and a condition. Like, I will be there all day. No, no. And I'm sure this may be for most women, but particularly I know for all the Black women I know, you don't let just anybody get in your hair and start playing around. Not for the first time and not for a big event. Like we don't do that. So I'm going to be arriving about a week before the actual day. So I have had a whole, because I love you, I have a whole strategy and plan for what I'm going to be doing with my hair before I arrive in the humidity in the South. Yes, I used to live there for 25 years. So I know what humidity does to my hair. I have to make preparations before. And then, yeah, I can't show up with my Saturday wedding hairstyle on Sunday and expect that it's going to be good, right? So these are things that you brought to me, which to me is the difference. I generally have to bring things up to people. Yes, I won't be doing this part because of this, or hey, I'm going to do something different, or hey, here's this, or have you considered either on my behalf or on behalf of other people? It felt good to not have to be the one bringing it up because my mind automatically goes to, okay, what's the date? What am I going to do? Like, it's just second nature. I start planning for hair. To have you say, hey, here's what's available. Would you like this? Or would you like some other arrangements? What would make you feel most comfortable? I want you to show up in all your splendor, and I want it to be easeful, and I want it to be very comfortable for you. How can I help? How can I support? That's what I'm talking about. I may tell your person, look, I'm going to take care of my own stuff. I just need you to hit me up with a little bit of spray on the day, make sure it's tight and right or whatever I'm doing. But the fact that I don't have to ask, can we have this conversation about my hair? And that you came to me saying, here's what I'm thinking. I haven't put anything, it's not etched in stone yet. And I'm clearing you. Yeah. Thank you for that. That's what I'm talking about in terms of the conversations that we get to have because you do see my Blackness. Thankfully, I need you to see that I'm a Black woman. I absolutely need you to see that. I need everybody in the world to see that I'm a Black woman. So, yes, thank you for not being one of the people who would say, I just see your soul. I see your spirit. I see your heart. I mean, thank you.
Let's be clear.
Thank you for seeing that.
Let's be clear. We can't wait for y'all to experience our souls at an upcoming retreat in 2025.
Listen, let's roll this in because we've been sitting on it for a minute. So let's talk about what's coming in 2025 with the podcast and with
season 2.
The event, the live event, live in person.
You all need to understand, I have been waiting for this for a whole year. And Stacey kept being like, and foundation. And foundation. And I'm like, but I'm good. I am grounded. I am surrounded by mountains.
Yes, you are. Absolutely. Yes. And it's like we need the people to feel the foundation of us and experience us. We need the people, baby. So yeah, we are going to be seeing some of you live and in person in our retreat. So many more details are going to come, but we are officially announcing it that we are going to be having a live in person retreat. You will not want to miss out on this. And I say that with an asterisk because this retreat is going to be very intimate and very, very small. I think we were thinking like no more than 12 women. And I think that might be even
That
a
might be
lot.
too much.
So
We're gonna feel into it.
like we'll feel into it. Likely more like 6 or 8, but we'll see how it goes down. But it is gonna be that small, like that small. And it makes me feel so honored that so many of our guests that we've had on in our sister chats have said to us, when you have something in person, I'm coming. Like I'm going to be there. That makes me feel so good. And so it'll be just such a pleasure to be in the company of these guests as well as our audience and just give you, we hold back so much, but give you all the
We
things
really do.
that,
We
that
really
we've been
do.
holding back. And we're not
And
hiding
not
anything.
in a
It's
way.
just,
We're
we're putting on a
titration.
show that gets aired. So we can't
Titration.
give it all. Very much
Yeah.
so. Very much so. And in person, yeah,
It's
you
just
you will
different.
get
It's for those of you,
full experience.
it's something. For those of you that have played with us in circle space together, we've received, I mean, lots of different things. And so I'm very much looking forward to getting to play with everyone's energies and bringing our gifts to be able to support you. We will be rolling more of that out, but hold some space for spring 2025.
Hold. I just see the
And
vision
it
of
will
all the
be
details
it
coming
will
out,
be
and it
in the
excites
States.
me.
So
Yes, it's
gonna
going to be in the
be
States.
here in the States.
So
Yeah.
yeah, if you're in another
So
country and you desire to have a live experience with us, you will have plenty time to plan and make arrangements to get yourself to the States. Future retreats may not be in the States, so also stay tuned for that. But
very true.
first things first,
First things
the
first.
first retreat of 2025 for our still community
Which is so
is really
potent
exciting.
because this podcast started as a retreat. So if you've been following us along, this podcast was a retreat. And I still have the
Absolutely.
graphics. I still have all the things.
I got my
And
Google Doc. I got my Google Sheet with all the stuff. It's like, we're planning a retreat. What are we talking about? We're planning a retreat.
oh, she's a podcast. Got to be willing to listen and pivot.
Mhm.
The other thing that I want to bring in is we're going to go a little over on this 1 year episode. We're just giving you all the juicy jam. Season 2
The juicy jam.
is the juicy jam. We just stopped at one of those, those little side highway. They're the best with like local peaches and strawberries.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
so good.
Ooh. Yeah, I miss
The
those in
peach,
Georgia.
the
I
peach
don't see so
juice
many.
just drips down. It drips down your whole face because it's such a juicy.
So
Oh,
succulent. Shout out to the farmers. Yes, thank you.
shout out. So, season 2, our intention in season 2 is to bring many more roundtable type style panel bridge conversations. And in our conversations that Stacey and I have had, it feels really powerful when we had panel discussions like on Sister Wounds, where we had multiple women of different backgrounds, life experiences, all the things come in, and we're all chatting. And those are the conversations where, for me, and I think for you as well, we've really pulled a lot to the surface. So that way
Absolutely.
it's now here for all of us to whatever you want to draw from it, y'all out there listening. So as we move into
Yeah,
season 2, we're really seeing a lot more roundtable panel. We are also playing with bringing in men, those that those that are men,
We
that's
love
going to be
men.
very much, we love the men. I think
Men are
that's going to
great.
bring another essence of the yin and yang to be able to offer a whole
Yes.
other breath, because that's another healing path for those of us that are listening and you're a woman out there, is to be able to be in safe spaces with men that have done their work, can be a safe place for all of our emotions, because we have a lot of them. And so that's why I think it's really important to also start bringing in that perspective for all of you out there listening.
Yeah.
So we're excited. Yeah.
We're so excited. We're going to have so many different topics that will hit home for so many of you. And we're doing our best. So, by the way, please comment, please respond to an email to this prompt. We really want to know what you want to know more about, because we're building out topics where we know it's important to raise these topics and to discuss them in all kinds of panels and roundtables, Jill, as you have said. But also, what is it that you would like to see a panel discussion on? What is it that you would like for us to dive deep into, like we do with certain series, like Sister Wounds and all of that, so that we could build that in, because we're here to serve you. Like, this is the devotion. We're here in service. And so, yeah, we could build it all out on our own. And it's so much more fun when we can include your voice, and you can feel like you've been witnessed and seen and heard and saying, I'd really like this. That doesn't mean that we can guarantee that we're going to touch every topic that you may bring up, but we do want to know what it is you want to know about, because we are going to have people from different abilities, different backgrounds, different experiences, just across many differences to have these discussions. And so it would be great if we know what you want and what you desire. Drop your comments and let us know. And I guess Bailey would want this organized. So maybe it's, I don't know, we'll come up with a
You're so
hashtag.
sweet. Her Virgo comes in the middle of a podcast. She
Has to.
says, and how are we going to have this organized?
Has to.
I'm
Yeah.
over here like,
Yeah.
it's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It
Oh, I
is.
love that about you.
It is just gonna
Crazy
happen.
for
It is. It is.
sweet.
So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, it's just gonna happen. But yeah, season 2 topics. Like we want to know what you want to hear about. And here's a stretch invitation for the audience that we love so much, that we have cultivated and called in. Okay, stretch. We love so dearly how intimately you connect with us. You reach out to us individually via email, if you know us personally, via text, or via private message or DM. It feels so close to my heart. It really does. And we love that very much. Here's the stretch invitation, because I do this. This is how I, up until now, how I have shown up in the world as I interact with webinars or podcasts or things, right? Publicly put it in the comments. Publicly put it in the comments. Share it there. This is so powerful when you put your voice by way of written message into the comments, because I bet you, I guarantee you, there's another woman out there who feels what you feel, is experiencing what you're experiencing, and she needs to know that she's not alone. And when that woman sees your comment and your comment and your comment and your comment, she exhales like, oh, okay, I thought it was just me. She may then step into the conversation. This is where we start to collectively start some healing and acknowledging what we're all experiencing and what we're going through, or what we're celebrating together. All of that can happen. So deep breath in
And I think,
and put it in the
I think
comments.
the comments are mostly available over on our YouTube channel. So if you do like to watch us
Yes.
live,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
opportunity for stretch on Apple, Spotify, leave it in the review, because we want to continue doing this. There are some parts where we get to ask for your help, which is let's build this so more and more people can be touched. If you are being touched, please give us a review, leave that review. We would be so, so, so. We have not ever even asked this, I don't think, in the whole year. So
We have
we're
not.
missing the mark on this,
We have
but maybe
not.
not. So please do leave a
Yeah.
review. It really does matter. And it helps. And you all know the tech back end things. We could get into algorithms and all the things,
I was
but
going to
it
say it
could
helps the
support,
algorithm. Yeah,
it
it
could
is so
support someone to
helpful.
find us that is in the place to need whatever medicine that could be extracted. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you in advance for leaving your reviews. Thank you in advance for showing up visibly, publicly, so that other women and people can feel seen and supported and know they're not alone. Thank you in advance for all of that. And my gosh, thank you. Speaking of consistency, thank you for consistently showing up every single week, every Wednesday, 11:11. This podcast is coming on. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for always, reminding us why we're doing this. Thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you for being such a great audience. We love the feedback. We love the comments. We love how you laugh with us. We love that. So thank you for being such a great audience to serve. And we so look forward to how we're going to be able to serve you in season 2. Yeah. Put your seatbelts on because we're going. We're going. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Thank you all for an epic, epic year. That is season 1. We are wrapping this and sending you so, so, so much love. And find your place to be still, whatever that means for you. Until next time, bye.
We love you.